Hey guys, hello, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Hi. So, I'm having internet problems, as you can tell, and device swapping problems, and so on and so forth. And nothing works the way we want. Quilt and my naked machine. And when I say it's naked, that is because I have no front handlebars or screen, as you can see. So today I'm going to walk around so I could show you. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to be working on a quilt that I made out of all those leftover pieces from my swap quilt I put together. These are all those leftover strips turned into this as a side project. And I'm going to be putting some quilting on here, as you can see behind on the back side. There over the front. Since I can't come quilt from the front, you guys are just going to watch. I'm using a 6-ounce polyester batting, and I have also changed out the foot to the Glide 2. It is a large spoon, and this has got a lot of thick seams as well as the thick batting, so this is what's going to be used today. And I've never used this foot yet, but this is what it looks like. Glide foot 2. For the long arm, it's for going around applique and thick seams and all sorts of other stuff. So, and I've used this foot, so it might be different for me to use, as you can see.
Word for it called?
A spoon foot.
Yes.
For other machines, it's a spoon foot.
We used to talk about it a lot.
Okay, so here's the quilt I'm doing. So today we're going to be working from behind an idea of a pantograph. So this is a pantograph. Can you see? It's super duper long and lots of stuff on it. So I will be quilting from the rear side. My rear handlebars and screen do work. I've never had a problem with those. It's only the front that I have issues with, and that's because I have a different model than most people get on this King Quilter. So what is a pantograph and what does it do? Well, a pantograph is a printed design with a single line that you follow with a laser. As you can see, my laser is pointed at one of the lines, that bright red shiny dot in the center of the screen. That is the laser, and that's what I will use to follow the pantograph. Now, there's things that you have to remember. This is a free panto, so as you can see, it is technically a bunch of pieces of paper taped together, long continuous design. And it is very long. I got it online, printed it up, and it was, let's just say, very hard to tape together and line thing up. So if you are going to try pantographs and it's your first time trying them, I would just go and buy one, because this was a hassle printing it up and trying to line everything up and make it right. The next thing you'd want to do is you want to line your pantograph up. So you would use your laser, and you can see that I took a pencil and I marked where my start is on here, and you can see that this pantograph literally goes way beyond. I just laid it on here and got it right and used my laser to line things up. And I have to set you down for a moment because I kind of went too far on my machine, and I got to put it back where it goes. Ugh, push it back under there. All right. So let's see if I can do this really good with a not so clear quality video. I'm going to put it at my start line. Oops, where's the laser? Where's the laser? Right there. So there's my start right here. I had to line this pantograph up with where I want it to be on the quilt. And you can see my start line is now equal with the edge of the quilt top. Okay, so that's my start line. Another notation for those that are new to pantographs and have never done this before, you also want to line the highest point up. So here's my highest point across the whole entire pantograph is this circle up here. Now you can see where this circle will land up here at the top of the quilt. So it's within the binding. So the binding will be right at it. And you also want to take and your laser all the way across to the next highest point, just like this. And you want to make sure when you're laying your pantograph out that every single high point matches the top. And you can see mine is not straight because we taped the paper together. So if you buy a pantograph and it's one continuous piece of paper, you won't have this problem. Mine kind of bowed a little bit, but I'm going to make it work. And then the next thing I want to do is find my end. So I'm going to come end the quilt way over here, like this. And then I'm going to look down, and it's going to end right here. So I marked it with a pencil so that I can erase it. You can do this with every single pantograph that you own, your start and stop point. It makes it easier so you know where to stop every time. So here's my stopping point, and you can see it ends right off the edge of the quilt. So there is how I lined everything up. And then what I did, because I don't have a big piece of plastic to put over this back side to hold the pantograph down, like some long arm quilters have. I don't have that, but I just took paper and taped it down so that it doesn't shift or move. Another thing to pay attention to when you're working with pantographs is to not hit your laser. Mine is tightened down as best as possible from my last time that I quilted using the laser. I make sure that that laser does not get hit or move, because trying to reline everything actually hassle. So everything I'm going to be doing now will be from the back side of the machine, and I'm going to use that laser, and I'm going to follow this continuous line, and you can see there's no arrows or anything to tell you which way to go. So I'm going to follow the line into the first circle, follow it, do the big one, make out around this guy, come around this one, make the bigger loop, come into this next one, do the big loop, come around this guy, continue on, come around this one, go down, come around this little guy, and then make this second big loop until I have all of these little guys all done. And I may forget one or skip one or whatever, because you do actually have to pay attention when doing a pantograph. And if I can get one whole row done, I'm doing it on a small quilt, that way I can work fast. If I can get one row done, then I'll come back here again and show you how to line up row 2. And you're going to notice while I'm quilting, let's let it focus. Hold on a second, there we go. That there's going to be a lot of gaps up here in this top portion. So when I am completely done with the whole entire quilt on the last row, I'm going to roll the quilt back to the top and then realign the laser and the, the pantograph to where I can quilt my design up in the blank spaces up at the top. So I'm going to put you guys up here so that you can watch the quilting. I'm using a dark green Christmas tree colored thread. So that way I'm hoping that you'll be able to see my quilting. I don't know how well, but we're going to see how well this works. And I'm kind of going to put you guys a little bit more closer so that you can see the stitching without getting in my way. And since I have no front handlebars, there's really nothing that's going to get hit. So I'm going to go back to the back side of the machine now and drop my needle and start quilting.
Pretty clear. It looks actually better than it does on here. Okay. You know it? Did you want to say hi to everyone, Cliff?
Oh, who's here?
Carissa.
Hi, Carissa.
Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
And Billy.
Hi, Billy.
That's it.
All right, so hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to get started from the back side. It's a little bit harder to reach over and do, but unfortunately I have no front screen to do any of my starting. I'm stitching on my King Quilter 2 Elite Special Edition. At this moment it is not a special edition because I don't have the special edition front handlebars and screen. So right now it's just a King Quilter 2 Elite. And I'm using
Hi, Cherry.
the rear. Like I said, I'm using a color called Christmas Pine, and I'm stitching at 10 stitches per inch. So, and happy Memorial Weekend, everybody. So I'm gonna probably have Scott unplug you so you guys can come watch. You can hold that over here and watch in a minute after they watch the front quilting for a second.
Yeah.
So they can see how I'm following this laser.
Yeah, of course. I can move.
So I'm going to go ahead and go to my starting point, and I'm going to start following this laser, and then in a few minutes Scott will come back because it's going to take a while to do one pass. Scott can come back here and show you guys me following the laser. Slowly but surely.
It won't take you that long. You're quick at this. Yes, Billy, this is glide thread.
I'm using my glide thread, yes.
Hi, Joanne.
I really liked this pantograph. I got it free online, and I really said I really want to print this and do it, but I probably should just buy pantographs from now on.
Joanne likes your setting. She never thought of using triangles on the outside.
And you can see the quilt bounces a lot because I'm back here and not holding it down, unfortunately. Normally I'm holding it from the front side, nice and smooth.
You need to check your tension underneath or anything? Honey?
In a second. Let me stop right here. And look underneath. Wow, these circles are not very circular, but
Yes.
I don't care. I'm gonna just
a little off.
make it work.
That's why I was asking if you need to check tension or something.
No, it looks great actually. It looks perfect. It's just me following these circles. I'm not very good with following circles because I'm better at doing them on my own.
Oh, well then maybe circle pantograph is not a good idea.
Oh well, I'm doing it anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna continue on because my tension looks great.
Do you want me to hold it down so it doesn't bounce so much? Maybe that's why the circles are looking a little off. Yes, Tiff has made many string quilts, Carissa. Haven't you?
Yes, this is like, I don't know, the 50th string quilt.
Yep. She makes a lot of them. Do you want me to hold it down up here, honey?
It could also be this foot. It really does look sloppy, huh?
Yeah, you do much better just doing your own. If I was you, I would honestly stop and do it your own, because
Let me turn the machine off.
this looks like me doing it.
Yeah, I'm not liking this pantograph so far. I like the puffy look. I don't know, let me show you guys to see how well you could see. It looks horrible, honestly. Trying to follow circles. Could also be the foot that I'm using, the glide foot, and the fact that I'm on the rear side and it's bouncing so bad. You guys could see it looks really sloppy. I kind of just want to pick it all out because it really does not look good.
As much as I hate picking, I almost agree with you.
It really does look sloppy. I'm better.
You do better
at
just
my
on your
own.
without the pantograph. You do way better. That does not look good at all.
What do you guys think? Opinions? I think I'm going to pick all this out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's good.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not liking this. I'm wondering if I change out the foot, it's going to stitch any better. This is for like around applique, but it also works better if I'm from the front holding it from bouncing.
I spent 50 bucks on that foot for you. I hope you can use it.
I'm going to use it. I think I'm picking it, guys.
They haven't said anything, so I don't know.
I'm not liking this pantograph. Not on this quilt. I thought it would look good, and it's not. To me, it looks sloppy, and
Do you
I
want
don't
to take
like
the foot off?
sloppy.
Do you want to change the foot and try that at all?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm picking. You guys can hang out with me while I pick real quick.
Well, I can help.
And
I can
I'm
do one
just
side
gonna
and you
quilt
can do one side.
from the back side. No, I'm not. I can't quilt from the back side. I'll quilt from the front side. With the top of the machine. Yeah, that definitely does not look good at all. Well, at least you guys know how to use a pantograph, but unfortunately, It doesn't look like it should. It's very sloppy, very, very sloppy. Even the other stuff I've done so far, it doesn't look this bad.
How can I get any help without blocking the whole camera?
Oh, no, it's fine, I'll take it myself.
Well, no one's talking or saying anything. I can help, but I can't get in here.
This is why I don't just go live. I should, like, try it first and then go when I'm further in. But that's okay. You guys got to see that it came out sloppy. So it's going to take a minute to pick, though, real quick.
Hi, Katrina.
I didn't get very far, so that's a good thing.
And Joanne says, as good as you are, you can do a pattern without the pantograph.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to teach the pantograph thing, but this is not the right kind of pantograph to teach, I guess. Not circles, when I can do circles better than this on my own.
Well, the last one you did was that, what do you call it, design? I don't know.
Celtic design.
Yeah, the Celtic, that's it.
So you guys can see I just hold a thread, by the way, if you guys really want to learn about this whole picking thing. I hold the thread and pop it and just follow it along. It always works best if you do it from the end where you ended and go back the direction that you were quilting, the opposite direction of which way you were quilting. It works faster. And since it wasn't very full quilting, it should go quick, hopefully. And then I'll just show you guys how to quilt from the front with no handlebars, because that's all I know how to do. I could quilt from the back, but I still have to hold the front down from bouncing. I think that had a lot to do with these circles not being completely circular, is because it has nothing holding the front down. And even if I would have tacked the quilt down on the front, on the bar that holds the quilt top, if I would have hooked it to that, it would have still been bouncy like this. That happens, unfortunately.
Cherry says, LOL, figured you'd be quilting even without the handle.
Yep, I can do that. I can quilt without the handles. I mean, I just can't do like certain designs because I can't control the machine as good as you think without handles. Because I have to watch out for the thread guides. But I can quilt without it. Just not very detailed quilting. But circles I can do.
Katrina says, why not put a bag of rice on top?
No, it'll cause it to sag more. We don't want sagging, we just want the non-bouncing. That's the only thing we're trying to stop is the bouncing. This is just horrible quilting. I do better work on my own. But I wanted you guys to learn how to use a pantograph. So whether my video is kind of dumb because you're watching me pick, then that's whatever.
Oh, well, you're giving them something to do on Memorial Weekend.
How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope.
Does everyone have their flag out for Memorial Weekend? I almost forgot. I had to go put mine out just about 2 hours ago.
So many seams. It keeps catching my thing because it's so thick. But I love my thick batting. Gives great definition. Sorry, gotta tighten it sometimes because I'm leaning on it and it loosens the frame up. That's why a bag of rice wouldn't work, because it will just make it loose, making it harder to pick.
It was a good idea, though, Katrina. I thought of that before too. I asked her about that. Not exactly the bag of rice, but putting something on top to hold it down.
I haven't quilted in a week, so this is like, yeah, because I sent this, more than a week, because I sent everything off on Friday of last week to get my screen and handlebars fixed. Because the technology of the screen, I don't think, honestly, for the special edition, I don't think it goes with this frame. That's why it's my second screen. Technically, it'll be a third if they send me another one and didn't fix the current tablet. This can actually take me longer than I think to pick, but at least I didn't get very far. So if you're curious, this quilt is actually put together on point. For some ways, if you look at it, it looks like it's half square triangles, but it's actually not. It's quarter square triangles put together, or hourglass blocks, and then they're on point and set in triangles. But this could actually be made with half square triangles and on sideways blocks.
Hi, Teresa.
This is definitely not pretty.
Nope, we don't have any computerized stuff, Joanne. This is all freehand.
Yep. I was trying the whole pantograph thing because I thought that they were cool and looked awesome, but some just don't look right. So I'm better at circles than the pantograph. So that was just a waste of me printing stuff up and taping paper together. But hey, gotta try, right? And still, it's freehand. It's just following with a laser, that's all. That gives it its imperfect look, but this was just way too imperfect for me. Definitely not something that I want to keep on a quilt. I'm very picky about my quilting. If something doesn't look right, I pick it out. And this time it's not a tension issue, it's just the sloppy looking.
Tiff is definitely a perfectionist, believe me.
And you don't have to be. Don't, just because I am doesn't mean you should be. A finished quilt is better than nothing, so. I just have OCD, unfortunately. So I can't stand if it doesn't look right or something. And you guys will notice that in my videos. It's not my fault. I try not to be this way, but I am. Just know that circle pantographs are not very easy to do, to get it a nice, beautiful circle at going a slow speed. It's a good thing I do 10 stitches per inch because it makes it easier to rip out too. This is so sloppy. I can't believe I continued on after looking at it. Ugh. And I'm not going to worry about pick holes on this one because the fabric is so different colored, so many different colors and stuff, that the pick holes will just disappear when the quilt gets washed.
You guys have any questions while we're kind of in a delayed moment?
Yeah. I'm gonna change the video. Quilting with no handlebars. Because that's what's gonna happen when I'm done picking this out. At least I know the green thread blends with a lot of these fabrics nicely. I only chose it because it matches my backing fabric, which is pieced together with this background color and a green. So I figured this was the best thread for it.
No, Carissa, this is not a client quilt.
No, this is just me. I put something together when I was not feeling very well, so that I can have something to quilt, because I wanted to do a pantograph video, but now it seems like this is now a picking video at the moment.
Billy says that's what's great about busy fabric, it hides a lot of boo-boos.
Yeah, well, this is busy fabric, but this boo-boo was not being hidden. Definitely not. This look of these circles, nope, looks retarded.
Jim's having to remake a block, the seam's broke. Oh, no, sorry, that's Katrina, she's talking to Jim. She's having to remake a block, the seam's broke.
Oh, interesting.
So I guess
That
we're
means
all
your
fixing boo-boos.
Quarter-inch seam was not a quarter-inch seam, and or your stitch length wasn't tight enough. If they fell apart. Could also be the type of thread, but since you're using sherry stuff, you probably have good thread. Because old thread will tear if you're using like really old threads. I have to keep refining my starting point because I keep knocking it accidentally in these.
Katrina also says keep in mind that she doesn't know how to long arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, Katrina.
You don't have to know how to long arm. Apparently I don't know how to pantograph. Circles at least. I don't know how to do pantos on circles. Not these circles at least. Maybe it'll look better on something else. I don't know. I'll play with it on something else later. Because I don't want to make it just a big waste of paper. I really liked it though. But now I know it's not for this quilt at least, and it's not for this type of batting either, it seems like. If it was computerized, they would have been perfect circles. And it would have stitched out perfectly, but I was trying to follow a laser, so obviously it didn't stitch out perfectly.
Okay, Timmy, you did good. Trying something new. You tried something new and, well, you learned.
How's the weather for everybody? It's nice and hot here. You guys don't have to stay and watch me pick either. I'm going to be doing this for a bit. Not long, but...
Maybe they're enjoying your company.
I know other channels are live right now,
There's
but
only 12 people on. Maybe they're having fun.
there's other channels that are live right now, but I wanted to get my work done, and I wanted to do it while on a live stream, or a video or something, but...
Oh my, Carissa says it's cold. She has to turn on the heat. Our AC hasn't turned off. Jim says he has to wait for his daughter to get done with his machine.
Is she making the quilt still?
Oh, Jim, now you created a monster. Now you don't get to use your own stuff.
I know you're going to tell your daughter to get her own machine, huh? Be like, you want to keep going? Go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Go get a machine. Every time I look up, I see my naked machine. Usually I have the handlebars and all the lighting that comes off of all that, like right in my face, and it helps me pick easier because I could see more. But unfortunately, I don't have any extra lighting going on.
Do you want me to
No.
move the lamp or something?
No. It's good.
Krista says, I'm really hating the Acoma solids I'm using. They're fraying so bad it's driving me nuts.
Oh yeah. Yep, there's some brands that fray a lot. You know what? The one brand so far that hasn't frayed a lot for me is on the solids was Maywood Studio. That one was a really good solid. I mean, I love my Waverly Walmart brand, but I've been using because I got a good deal on the Maywood Studio ones, and they are really nice. Surprisingly.
She says I look like I'm shedding rainbows. That's pretty good.
That's funny. Yeah, my background solids always depend on what I can and can't afford or what deal I can and can't get. So I've tried so many different brands, and Waverly Sheds, which is the Walmart brand, but it's really nice. It's thick and it's holds up in the wash wonderfully. And then the Kona Cotton shreds really easily too. And there's another brand I'm trying to think. Oh, I definitely do not like Country Classics from Joann's. Oh my goodness, that is the worst. They're like working with paper, and they shred so easily, and it seems like they're so see-through compared to most brands, and they fall apart. I will never buy that brand again, ever, ever, ever.
Hi, Ginger.
No matter, even if it is cheaper than other big name brands, I will not do Country Classics ever again.
Ginger says they make great gray quilts, LOL. And Krista says this was a bulk mystery box I got. $400 worth of fabric. They
Wow.
chose.
I'm going to be more in front of the camera, guys. Cause
I can move the camera if you want.
no, it's
Or if they want, I can move the camera.
I'm glad I'm picking this out. Some of these just look so horrible. I want it to look like I did it, not like some kid did it.
Not like I did it.
Yeah, Scott was like, it looks like he did it.
No? If it looks like I did it, then it can't be that great.
That's the sucky part of having OCD and being a perfectionist.
When I went to college on my GI Bill, I made my art teacher quite mad because I had to take a bunch of odd classes that didn't go in with anything because that's how college is, so they can make money. So I had to take an art class. I made the art teacher mad because I told him, if I can do it, it's not art. We were going over different people's art, and there was one picture came up, and I said, how is that art? I can do that. It was just a big giant square with two rectangles. The top half was one color, and the bottom half was one color. I said, I could paint that. It's not art if I could paint it. We got mad at me.
Come on, come on, get in the hole. My lighting kind of isn't very good up here, and this thread really blends nicely in this background color. So I'm glad I chose this green. It looks really good on this. Maybe it's because of all the green and the purple and the yellow and everything. Come on. I literally don't have much left to pick, but because they're like open spaced circles.
Hey, you're getting close to the end. Christmas pine, I think, Carissa. What's this green?
Christmas pine.
Oh, I had it right.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's a glide thread. I used it on, what did I use it? I bought it for a big quilt that I did, a Christmas quilt that I did for a client. And I swapped thread colors between this and some red color that was Christmas sounding as well. I think the name started with Christmas as well. They looked really good together. You guys can hear that clicking sound that just happened. That's because I'm putting too much pressure still on my frame.
Katrina says, I have no idea what you just said. Thread is Madeira. Stitch length was 2.5. I tripped over a cord and quilt top. Got caught under a foot.
Oh, and you ripped it?
Chris says, I'm not sure I've ever used Glide, but I hear my Juki would like it.
Yeah, it runs nice on every machine I've ran it through so far, which would be this, the Longarm. It runs beautifully on this. And then on the Juki, it runs great, but I don't really use it for piecing. I just use it for the quilting part only, and for binding sometimes if I want to match my binding thread with the quilted thread. And then I've used it for the applique on the Brother machine. And it runs smoothly through and I don't have to change the tension really on any of those other machines, just this one, because I have to change the tension with what batting I use, because sometimes the batting is different, or the top thread, or not top thread, the top of the quilt. So that would be the only time that I've ever had a problem with glide thread. Just tension issues. Alright, we're gonna move that out of the way.
And don't worry, Katrina, we all have clumsy moments. It happens.
I've tripped over the back cord of this Longarm millions of times. We had
Yep.
to tape it to the floor because I kept tripping over it. And I don't want any more hazards with my body and breaking things or something happening. Come on, good. And if you guys are curious, this quilt is 47 by 56 or 58, something like that. It's not very big.
Since nobody's really saying much, Katrina, why don't you fill us in on how Sherry's doing? Normally we don't ask because there's too many people talking, I can't read everything, but since nobody's saying anything, why don't you tell us now?
Alright, just this last of these circles left to pick out.
We're
Right
getting
here.
down to the end run.
And then I'm going to show you guys how I quilt with no front handlebars. When I first bought my machine, I didn't have handlebars for like 3 weeks because they were on back order. So I quilted from the rear and did all sorts of stuff. I didn't use this thick poly batting when I first got it though. I had a different kind of batting at the time. So it was less bouncy, but I can quilt from the front or the rear with or without my handlebars, sort of. I'm just going to do circles again, but I'm going to do what I call lassos. They're like lasso circles, because I won't be able to do anything fancy due to the fact that this is got no handlebar, because of the way I have to hold it. And I'll show you guys when I get to it. Just almost.
Marissa S, is it a lot harder without handlebars?
Yes, very hard. Because you have to, I'll show you, because of the neck of the machine, the way the top hits where the, I'll have Scott hold the camera when I get to it, you know. Um, there's nowhere for your hands to sit properly, and if you have bigger hands, or like arthritis problems, definitely, because of the way I have to hold my fingers to hold the front of the machine without the threading mechanism getting in the way. When the needle goes up and down and it runs the thread through, the thread gliding system on it definitely is in the way of the hand, and you can't hold the machine from down here because this goes up and down, you know, so you actually have to hold it from the top. But I'll show you. I'm almost done picking. I literally just have barely anything left. If I can just... Wow, that was so crooked. Yeah, I'm definitely glad I picked this out. Hold on, I got to tighten this again because it's making it hard to pick, being loose. I always say, I'm not going to pick it out, I'm not going to pick it out. Look at me. So if you decide you want to pick something out, do it when you just start, because if you don't like it when you just start, it's easier to get the small amount picked out than like the last time when I realized my tension was bad and I quilted the whole entire row. This I barely got anything stitched. I mean, it seemed like a lot, but it really wasn't very far. Come on, grab the thread. So hard to even see it. I need some light.
Do you want me to come over here?
I brought the light from the machine over. What?
Katrina says stop talking with food in your mouth. I'm done eating now.
So saying, didn't your mama ever tell you to close your mouth while you're chewing? That's what my grandma used to say to me.
Krista says, I feel like I'm dominating the chat here, but I'm looking and listening while stitching. It's nice to hear someone else talk.
Ah, yes, it's nice to have sound from somebody or something when you're working. I've had quite the quiet week. I've been in bed most of the week. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm having issues with super fatigue for no reason at all. Just random, which is odd. Like, I'm usually fatigued, but not to the point where I just can't stand to get up or do anything. Usually it's tolerable, but lately it's been super horrible. I don't need to go that far off. I just need to most of it. That'll get cut off when I trim the quilt.
Joanne is doing applique while she watches.
Ooh. What are you appliquing? Or are you making something with applique? Or are you just appliquing the thing that you made?
Hi, Kim. Kim says hi. Sorry I'm late.
It's fine. It was one of those days today where I'm picking out everything because it didn't look good. I thought quilting a pantograph was going to be a good idea today. Turns out it looks sloppy. So instead, I'm going to show you how I quilt without handlebars. Oh, it's funny. And I'm just going to do all over circlies because
Get her done.
I at least wanted circles on this quilt. Too many linear lines, you know? So I needed something to throw the balance off, make it look right. almost done. Just a tiny, tiny bit more to pick. Literally. Just a little circle, half a circle right there, and this half a circle that I'm working on.
Kim started tying one of the granddaughter's quilts.
Ah, fun. Get her done. Alright, now for this top one, and then I'll be done. And I'm just leaving this outside stitching because that's no big deal. It's not on the quilt, so no sense in picking that out.
Katrina says, in falling, I was 2 feet away from knocking over, landing on Sherry's sewing machine, or 2 inches. I'm not sure, is the 2 dashes next to it foot or inches? I think the 2 dashes is inches. Yeah, so she was 2 inches away from knocking over Sherry's sewing machine.
That would have sucked.
Yeah. Well, Katrina, did you hear me earlier? Give us an update on Sherry, since there's not many people here and no one's talking. Because other times when you give us updates, I can't really read everything.
All right.
There's so many people.
I am picked. Now I just need to swipe away all my thread, which I love this. It's from the dollar store. You see that? That is everything that I just picked. And I left it up here. I didn't move it. And I just used this wonderful tool from the dollar store. And it literally gets all the thread.
That is a lot of stuff, yeah.
And I just hold it in my hand.
They sell them at quilt shops too, but our quilt shop sells it for $7.
Yeah, when the dollar store has it for $1. Like, seriously.
As much as we like our quilt shop, but I mean, made in China is still made in China.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to run this underneath real quick and get the last of the threads from the underside while I throw these in the garbage, and then we'll show you how I quilt without my front handlebars. I got to reach under here, Scotty. I kind of can't with the camera.
Do you want
where
me
it
to move
is.
the camera? Is that what you're saying? I will gladly. I'll move the whole thing. Here, let's unplug it. Let's unplug it. There you go.
Okay, I'm just going to sweep underneath with my handy dandy tool here. Get all this thread from the underside. Anything else I miss, I'll pick out later. I mean, not pick, but pull, you know, the threads later.
Well, Katrina says she's in rehab and I can't go see her.
Aww.
Cliff only said she's having trouble with the rehab. Cliff only. He's the only one that can go see her. She's having trouble with the rehab, more to the MS exasperation she is currently experiencing. That's sad. Sorry to hear that.
Alright, guys. I'm going to change my foot out. Well, actually, let's do it with this foot and see if it's this foot that has the weird issue.
And Kim is still praying for you guys, Katrina. Okay, am I moving the camera back over here now?
Hold on, 2 seconds. I don't want my red snappers on the underside while I'm working.
Carissa joined a block swap. It starts in like a week, and she was given teal. Thought I had some. I do not, but I'm on a fabric buying hiatus. Hinting to my boyfriend that I need teal.
Alright, guys, so I'm going to drop my thread from the back side.
Hi, Margaret.
And this is going to be the weirdest thing, because what I have to do is make sure that my machine does not move at all whatsoever. I'm going to turn it on, press power so you can see it moves. I'm going to come around to the front, and with no handlebars, and don't mind me today, I didn't even do anything with my hair.
Hi,
I'm going to
Patricia.
come up here. Scotty, can you hold the camera so they can see right here?
I was holding it right
If
here.
you don't
where
have
they
front
can see.
handlebars because they're broken, or you have
You want to see that side? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
If
Oh.
they're broken and you have to take them in, I have the machine on. When you quilt from the front side, there's really no way to hold this besides putting your hand up on top like this. So,
Hi, Heather.
you gotta see that I'm keeping my fingers 100% away from all this, because if your finger hits that, you can hurt your finger as well as you could probably hit your thread and, you know, like ruin things.
Hey, Katrina, you guys are always talking about food on here. And I don't ever get any, so. Everybody's
This is what it's
always
like.
talking about all this home cooked food, and I don't ever get none.
This is what it's like quilting with no handlebar. And it's gonna take a little bit longer, maybe.
A little longer, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little
Yeah.
longer, because I have to keep adjusting my hand.
It would take me 3 days to get done what she has done now without a handlebar. Carissa says, so the handlebar setup is different from the front and you can't move those around?
I don't have the handles right now.
The handlebars aren't here at all, Carissa.
I have nothing because it broke.
We sent it back to the shop. The handlebars and the tablet are one solid piece type system, so it all goes together.
When the screen went out, the power button stopped working. The needle up and down works, but the power button and all that does not.
Oh no, the handlebars from the back can't go to the front. No. Nope, the handlebars from the front go with the tablet that's on the front. And yeah, you can't switch stuff around.
If I was to have, sorry, it hurts my hand doing this. From the back, I can't hold this down to keep it from bouncing and have like a nice steady. With my handlebars, I'm doing this. Most people do this. You move it like this. But now I have to put my hand up here and be super careful as I move it, because like I could probably grab it like, no, that's not gonna work, because then I'm gonna have it funky. Yeah.
See the handlebars in the back, they go with that little tablet. It's all sort of one system. You can't move it. Plus it won't attach to the front. There's no way to attach it. The ones in the front are way wider, longer. Not sure how to say it, but yeah. And they attach actually up on the top. It's weird.
But this machine moves so smoothly. Like, it moves so smoothly, you don't even need handlebars. I mean, you do, because it's definitely killer on the hand and the arm. Oops, I hit it with my finger. I'll try not to do that. My pinky finger fell.
And Kim's making food. See, that's what I was talking about, Katrina. Are you okay, Katrina, from your fall? You alright? We haven't heard anything on that.
You can see though that trying to do something really fancy would not work.
I'm showing them your design now.
My hand keeps slipping.
I think this looks way better than that pantograph you had, to be honest.
Yes, it does.
And these are circles, and they look a whole lot better.
Okay, so I
Oh,
can't,
am
I
I
gotta
supposed to show them the end?
stop. I have to stop and walk around to the back. Don't let the machine move, because then it'll stitch on the quilt and you don't want it to. I'm gonna tap it off, because you can do this from the back. If you can't stretch, oops, I don't have scissors.
Patricia says, wow, I didn't realize you could do it that way.
Yeah, it's just a hassle, honestly. Like, literally, my hand is killing me, but I'll live, because...
Well, they haven't even gotten to us yet. We're in the queue, and
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
in the queue. My handlebars probably won't be here for another 2 weeks. So anybody that has long arm quilting sitting at my house, waiting to be quilted, just know if you're watching this video later, I'm behind, like super behind. And unless you want me to do something simple where I don't need handlebars to do, which nobody wants because everyone wanted custom, so. But if your quilt is here, it's on hold. So let me advance the quilt a little bit.
Do you want me to do that?
No, I'm not.
Well, I can sit this back on this podium.
Yeah.
There's nothing to hold to watch. And let me turn it.
It's fine, you're good.
You're being ornery. I'm gonna have Kim yell at you.
Right. All right, so again, I have to go to the back side now because I need to baste my sides. My sides have to be basted, especially on this puffy batting. It needs to be basted.
Patricia says, "Man, I learned so much from you."
So yeah, I just know, like I said, when I first got my handlebars, or when I first got this machine, I didn't have handlebars, and I couldn't wait to quilt. I literally wanted to get the tension and everything all situated, so I actually just quilted from the back side and the front side, back and forth, without handlebars, when I first got my machine. I'm basting down my side. Stop right here, go back to the back side.
Yep, Patricia, the controls in the back are the only ones as you see her going back and forth. Yes, she's running back and forth. I'll move the camera up so you can watch her.
Here's a hot thread for you.
Oh, I'm gonna put the thingy down. I'll get it.
This foot works wonderful when it's from the front side.
So good, I didn't waste money on that thing.
I have it set at 4 stitches per inch so that I can baste it because this back side doesn't have base on the back screen. There's no baste back there.
Patricia says you're amazing, Tiff.
Alright, so I'm just gonna tack this side down now. I'm making it work. That's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna leave it right here and go back to the back screen and change it back to 10 stitches per inch.
Oh, I get it.
And then come back to the front again. You see all the work that I go through here, guys.
I could stand in the back and change the stitch length. That I know how to do.
Alright, so I have it on, so that all I have to do is start quilting.
Okay. Camera over here. You guys can watch her. Watch the master in action. Katrina says they're talking about food to give you ideas, Tiffy.
Food to give me ideas.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna cook.
She's not the eater in the house.
She's the eater, not me. I mean, I love food, obviously, but I don't eat very many different things.
I eat more food in one day than she eats in a whole week. I eat more in one meal than she eats in a whole day. Oh, honey.
Yep.
She's a skinny minnie. She needs to eat more. I tell her all the time. She don't listen.
So in the quilting world, this is called improvising.
Katrina says use the suction thing you put on your ruler. I don't think that would do it. It's way big. I would take up the whole top or side of the machine. The thing you put on your ruler. A big suction thing.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's like almost a foot long. Yeah, it's like 10 inches or so. Yeah, that's too long.
Hit it with my finger again. That'll hurt.
We need a little one. If we had a little one, that'd work. She's going. Look at her doing this. I didn't know she was going to do this. This was not planned.
I wanted to quilt something today, so I'm quilting.
Somebody else heard all this commotion. He had to come see. He was hiding. Here he comes. What's going on out here? Kim says in any world that's improvising, as long as it works, it's all good.
Yeah, the machine works great. I have nothing bad to say about this machine. It's only my tablet, which is not the tablet everybody else gets. I got the luxury stuff because I wanted fancy.
That's good to hear, Katrina.
But the machine itself is an amazing machine.
We're going into some of this quilting so you guys can see the work.
My handlebar free work.
Yep, handlebar free right there. Look at that.
Way better than pantograph, I say.
I think so.
Glad I took that out. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop right here. I'm not gonna move the machine, although it seems like it wants to roll.
Okay, am I gonna roll the back then when
Don't
you're...
move, don't move, don't move. Tack it off. At least I'm gonna quilt the whole thing in one video, probably.
Am I gonna roll?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. I don't want you doing that.
So I have to like move my hand around because that really hurts my hand, guys.
It helps if I undo these things. Or, yeah, just drop them, sure.
I like the way the foot glides on here, so this glide foot is pretty nice.
Say when.
It's best to do it when it's tight, not when it's loose.
Oh, okay. Say when.
Going. Keep going. Right there. Put it on that somewhere.
Right on the seam? I can do that. I can do that.
And since I have to baste, I still have to go around back and baste it.
We'll put here in time. What did I do? I'm helping. I'm helping.
I'm going to change it back down. Forward. Turn it on. Walk around to the front. The other thing this foot doesn't like to do is my little tightness of where I like to go really close with my, I don't put 4 inches all the way around on my own personal quilts. I just deal with it. And so the foot is actually hitting the end pieces.
Need more thread? Is that good? I didn't.
Yes, it was. It's right here. It blends so well.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
All right, so we tack this side off. Add the base from the front because I like to like push the batting down nicely.
Hi, Emily. Emily's here.
You miss it, Emily. I'm telling everybody all about the fact that I'm behind on my long arm quilting jobs, so I know you're one of them, and you might want to know why. It's because I'm quilting with my naked machine.
Hi, Sandra. Yep, but you guys can all see her in action here.
Quilting with no handlebars.
And she's going back and forth and back and forth.
Hey, I'm getting my steps in today. All right, back to 10 stitches per inch.
All
Power's
right.
on.
She's exercising more than me.
Oh, definitely not a good idea for my hand, but I'm just gonna.
Once you switch hands.
I can't because I'm not very good at holding with small space.
Okay. Hi Zella. Emily says, don't stress about mine. I was going to text you. I'm moving in a few weeks, so you have time.
Oh yeah, well, that's when the thing will be back, and there's still like 5 ahead of you.
Yeah, well, as we said it earlier, Emily, you missed it, but we're still in the queue. They haven't even looked at her stuff yet. Oh, well, thank you, Katrina, but Tiffany's not a cook.
I mean, I do sometimes, but I only cook easy stuff.
Emily says, oh, bummer, that really sucks.
Stay right there, don't move. Sorry, I gotta massage my wrist real quick, guys.
You want your wrist brace?
No, because then it'll push my fingers in a different direction, making it harder to hold this.
For those of you that always are talking about cooking and about Tiffany cooking and stuff here just now, she does have a video of her making enchiladas at Christmas two Christmases ago, and they are amazing. You guys want to look up that? You can watch her in action. Yeah, Kim said it too, yep. See, I got seconded on that one. Kim says they're amazing too.
Stop for a second. Reposition.
Everybody and anybody that gets invited at Christmas loves them, and everyone that can't show up says that they want us to hold them some, and I say, nope, if you don't show up, you don't get none, because there's no leftovers. They all get eaten that day.
And even without the handles, I think I still quilt pretty darn quick.
Well, yeah, you're over halfway done already, goodness.
I am also quilting like the easiest thing to quilt.
Yeah, but still, look how you're quilting it. Even if that is the easiest thing. I'd spend 2 days on the top row without no handlebars. If it was me, mine still wouldn't look as nice as yours. You're quite talented. Don't put yourself down. I don't like it when you do it.
Right there, stay right there, don't move. Stay right there, don't move. Sorry, I'm not liking, there's a little thread stuck in the seam right there. Like, I gotta pick that out.
If you need to take a break, take a break. They've seen you in action. We can finish later. You don't have to keep the video going.
I'm done.
See, Kim even says it. You're good no matter what. You're talented. Krista says, isn't that a song, No Handlebars?
Yep.
Yep, it is.
Got my bag with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars. Yep.
Now you got her singing, Krista. Good job. I like it when she sings.
Oh, out of bottom. Out of bottom. Okay, one hold on. Stay right there, machine.
It's listening. It's not moving.
Alright, we gotta switch to another bobbin real quick. Oh man, do it again. Stupid boy. Get down there.
Is anyone doing anything exciting for Memorial Weekend?
Not in the camera.
No. I'd move it if you were. You're fine.
Right there.
Hi, Craft a Simple Life. She says hi, catching you live finally.
Alright, this is hard. I can't see very well.
Do you need me to help you do
No,
anything here?
I just gotta like put myself up here. Okay, so I'm gonna come around the front. I'm turning it on. Don't move. Don't let me move. Don't touch it.
I'm gonna stare at it. If I
Go
get near
away.
it to touch it, it will move.
I'll try to. This is why I can't do fancy quilting right now because I can't. Yeah, my hands are like way off.
Sorry to hear that, Carissa. Well, you'll have us again tomorrow for Surf Sunday, and who knows, maybe Tiff will go on Monday and do something for Memorial Day. For those of you just joining, Tiff is teaching everybody how to quilt without handlebars on the machine.
If you're as anxious as I am and still want to get things done, this is how you do it. Without certain things. Ugh.
Yes, I win.
Keep going. Keep going. Right there. That goes in. Right. Back. Notice my cat just lays there. He's like not even moving.
He's not in the camera,
Oh.
so now they don't notice, but if you want, I'll show him. I showed him when he came out. He heard the noise and he came out. Okay, someone's here. That's interesting. Hey, what's up, bud?
Oh, hey. I was wondering if you weren't busy today, possibly taking a ride over to this guy's house to buy a truck. Possible to Casey's and to Preston Lane, or you can just drop me off at Preston Lane and go back.
So I'm basting real quick. Like I said, I have no, what's the word for it? It's hard to get around the little things with this foot. Scott's talking with the neighbor real quick, so. Alright, the other side. Oops, went too far.
Should get a bit AC on. Hey, high ceiling.
Yeah?
You guys make blankets?
Quilts,
Yeah,
yes.
quilts. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep, she's a quilter.
And I'm on live stream right now.
I know, he knows.
On YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah. Don't worry, Kim. We'll be here for you.
Alright, I just need to go into the back side again, guys, and I'm gonna change my stitch length back to 10 stitches per inch, and I have 2 more passes to finish this off.
We'll be here tomorrow for Sew Sunday, and Tiff might be on again on Monday for the holiday. Krista says every time you mention handlebars, the part of the song I remember pops in my head, like the song that never ends.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says it closes at 1 p.m. It's closed in like 20 minutes.
You gonna be able to make it? I got 43. I got 15. I haven't grabbed that.
You might be able to make it to go down.
Hi, Elaine. Elaine's on from Scotland.
Hello.
Emily's doing 3 costumes before the move. She has a fitting tomorrow.
Still sewing, huh?
Well, she's moving soon.
Well, I wonder if they, I don't know if they, what if they feel
Definitely have to watch it if you don't have your handlebars on. Because definitely keeps hitting my pinky finger wants to slip off of the neck.
Emily says, yes, ma'am. I'm sewing until I'm forced to pack up the machine.
I would. It's like me, still sewing with no handlebars. No handlebars. I can flip a quilt with no handlebars.
You're funny, my love.
Alright.
Elaine, what time is it there in Scotland?
Nighttime, isn't it?
Probably. Jim has his daughter and family in from Missouri.
Ooh, fun.
Oh, yeah. It's almost 9 o'clock at night there. Patricia says, wow, wish you were closer. Would love to have a quilting buddy. Oh, she was talking to Kim. If any of you guys ever get out this way, you're always welcome to come and quilt with Tiff. That's funny, Emily. That would be just like Tiff. She would quilt until the machine was packed up. Look at you go, my love. You're almost done. Oh, Carissa says her boyfriend suggested they take a road trip out to So Yeah. We're not far from So Yeah. We're only about 2 hours. Huh, honey?
Yep.
They're in Vegas, so we're 2.5.
I'm just leave the needle down right there. It's just the last of the quilt and I gotta base the
Oh.
bottom.
So we're not gonna, hold on, I gotta move the things here. I didn't know you were ready. I didn't know you were ready. Kim asks, what is the design you're quilting?
I'm just doing loop-de-loops or lassos because I kind of can't do anything much more complicated due to the fact that I have no handlebars.
Jenny says, we'd love to see an overview of your quilting. Don't worry, Jenny, we'll show you. We'll go over the whole thing. We'll open it up and pull it out and let you see the whole thing.
Yep. As soon as I'm done.
It's just this weekend. You think Monday the next?
No, Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Monday's the actual holiday.
Oh, okay.
Literally doing lots of work today, guys. I will definitely sleep good tonight.
Let's hope.
Okay, so basing is going to be a little bit more difficult with no handlebars.
Do you want me to hold the... I can hold it.
No.
I can put the laptop down. Hold it. Oh, not laptop, tablet.
It's going to bow because it's not, my hand is in a different position than normal.
I would like to do... this thing back in. There we go. That fixed it. It's been unplugged too long.
Over the other side, and then I'll stitch this last row and I'll be done.
Sorry about that, guys. It was flashing there. Oopsie.
Almost tripping over my cord.
Krista says, my feed dogs aren't advancing my fabric anymore and I don't see any lint or anything in it.
Interesting.
I fixed it, Kim. It's because it wasn't on the charger. Sorry about that. I noticed it too. I guess the tablet was dying.
Alright, we're almost done. Alright,
Here
here's
she
the last.
goes, her last row. All by hand with no handlebars. Look at this.
Anything bigger of a quilt and I probably would have had a lot more struggle.
Krista says it's just stitching in one place, even with me trying to move the fabric.
And your feed dogs are up?
She says her feed dogs aren't advancing the fabric anymore.
Turn the hip and knob. Maybe you turn your feed dogs down. Put your feed dogs back up. Or switch them down and then back up.
Hi, Suzanne. Yes, you missed a lot, I guess, Suzanne. Yeah, this is a video on how to quilt without the handlebars.
It was a pantograph at first.
Yes, unfortunate enough, Suzanne, it is intentional. The handlebars were sent off because the screen broke, and yes, we sent it a week ago, and she's still in the queue. They haven't even looked at it yet, so it's probably going to be at least another 2 weeks. So Tiff has no choice because she can't wait. Carissa says she might have to call the Juki Junkies before she loses it. You can message Tiff later, Carissa, when she's done here. She might have some ideas for you, but right now I think she's kind of preoccupied. Patricia says, all those stars I made, I have to undo them. They don't match the size. She was telling you that, honey. Hi, Rowena.
You guys can see how much different it is with my left hand.
Yeah, but you need to give your right wrist a break.
Yeah,
It's still not healed.
On fire. And I want to get this done, so...
And the doctor's of no help at all, so...
Done.
Do you want to quick talk about the difference between a long arm and a mid arm? Craft a simple life is
mid arm is sit down typically, and long arm is on a frame. A long arm is a long arm.
It has all that throat space.
And it's the throat space. A mid arm is typically
Much less.
15 inches or less. This is 18 inches. 15 inches or less is a mid arm, and they're usually sit down. But nowadays they're called long arm also because people put them on frames. The long arm of the frame itself is also the frame. It's a long frame that you put your machine on and you move with your arms instead, well, you move everything with your arms, instead of sitting down and moving the quilt underneath. So, I separated that thread, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay. So I'm tied off. Let's get this off the frame, and I'll show you guys how easy it is to, don't worry about any of that, to disconnect a quilt off of the frame with these red snappers. Where's my...
Your Juki would be considered mid-arm, right, honey?
Yes, but it's also
So-
like mostly industrial machine.
If you've seen Tiff's other videos, then you've seen her Juki.
that was on a frame for a while. It was a mid-arm on a frame,
Yep.
is what they consider it when they sell it as a bundle. I bought mine separate, but still. Alright, that baby quilt. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is to check over the whole quilt and make sure that I quilted everywhere, because once I disconnect and take it off the frame, I can't do anything about it. And I mean, I can probably sit down at the regular. but I'm
Ginny
gonna-
asked, could I convert my Platinum 16 to a long arm?
You should be able to. Alright, so you just need to have the encoders and the wheels and all that stuff in a frame. And make sure I quilted everywhere.
Yeah, you have to get the frame.
You need a frame, and then the thing, it depends on, what is it, what did she say, machine?
Platinum 16 is all I got here.
Is it like a actual sewing machine? Because you can convert any sewing machine too onto those new cutie frames. So anybody's sewing machine can go on a cutie frame. Alright, so you're going to see, this is how easy this goes. So here's my red snappers.
It's a Viking.
Yeah, then you can. It's just, you'd need a special custom frame. So ready? 1, 2, top is disconnected. Then I just unroll the bottom,
Hand it in the way there.
put it up here where I can see everything, and then unhook that, and then I'll hold the quilt up so that you can see.
Hold on. Stand is in the way. Do you want me to hold the quilt and you show them? Do you want to change? My love? I don't trip over the... We can...
I need the light against it.
Sorry.
Alright, so this is all, stay right there, don't move. This is all quilted with no handlebars.
That's pretty awesome.
It's my new song. I can quilt a quilt with no handlebars. No handlebars.
If the screen starts getting fuzzy on that, it's because it's not plugged in, okay?
Yeah, I'm just quickly showing them. So on this quilt, for you guys, it looks like this is the block right here, but that's actually not the block. The block is this right here. So this right here is a block, and they're set on point. So you could make something like this out of half square triangles, like right there, and then obviously with these, and then the end would be a half square triangle, half square triangle, half square triangle. So you could make something like this, like that. All right, Scott, turn it around. And this is my back. I just used that purple, and since the green itself looked so amazing with it, like it literally goes great, and the little dots on the green. Oh, there it goes. Got to be plugged in. Just stay right there, Scotty. Sorry, guys, for the wiggling and movement today, but this thing requires being plugged in 24/7 because it sucks.
No, it doesn't. Best device we have, it's just that it's been unplugged for so long. It needs to be charged.
All right, stay. Sorry, I gotta get the camera to stay. It's gonna fall. There we go, right there. So there it is. That's my quilt, and I'm
Am I done?
done.
Oh, okay.
What do you guys think? It's cute, huh? I managed to accomplish something on a Longarm with no handlebars, because we're gonna sing that song like 500 times.
Hi, Anna Marie.
So
Everybody's saying love it.
now I just need to trim it and bind
Thank
it,
you for
and
the
I'm
info.
gonna
Looks
be
awesome, beautiful.
binding it in this green color, which I'm serious, guys. This really looked good. So the binding will be like that. Doesn't it look amazing? Like, I don't know what it is.
Yes.
The two colors together.
It does.
Looks great. I'm really good with color, by the way. So there's my scraps. These are the scraps that are from me putting together my T-quilt swap block, and I cut 1.5 inch strips from 71 different colors. This is it. Those
Stella
are those
says,
leftover
"Love it."
pieces.
Kim says it'd be a great crib quilt.
Yeah, it's nice, and it's big too, and it's all fluffy, and well, it's fluffy. Anyway, turn you guys this way
We
so you
done?
guys can see. So that's it. We just decided against going with the pantograph because it looked retarded. Like literally just was, it did not look right at all. But I still was able to quilt sort of on my naked machine. You guys like my wall hanging? I hung it out here to go with my other one. Anyway, let me go back in front of the camera. So that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna go because my hand is literally killing me. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen or something.
Yeah, then we're
And
gonna do nap time.
relax because I'm pooped. So that's what it's like. My spoon foot, I would show you guys, but it's not going to come up clear. The spoon is literally coated in dust. So much thread dust. That spoon foot on the machine, which is called the Glide Foot 2, there is a lot of dust in here.
Well, here,
So
why don't we just show
they're
them?
not going to be able to see it.
How do you know? Oh, because it's too bright.
It's too bright.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how I can. There we go. Can you see all that dust in that spoon?
Doesn't show up as much
I
on
could
camera as
imagine
does
what
the
it would
naked eye.
do on a big, huge, king-size quilt. That would be so filthy. And Glide is virtually lintless usually, but that's also the lint that comes off of quilting a quilt. The lint that comes off quilting the quilt, because it's being patterned a bazillion times with the needle going up and down.
You can stand up
So
straight.
the dust comes up and around and gets into that foot. So you can see quilting is a very dusty hobby. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Sew Sunday at 5 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.
Bye.